develop a clan, baby. In fact, last year I killed my first buck ever. Right there. Shot him right there. Right in that area. He walked down this path here, and I grunted him over. Ended up shooting my first buck ever. A cold front has hit Texas. It's hit the whole country. Our trout cameras have been just lighting up the whole time. We've got a few days here before our trip start. I think we're going to Kansas next. Y'all know what happens in Kansas. Big stuff usually hits the dirt, so it's starting to be the rut across the country. And it's gotta get the deer moving. Checking does, checking scrapes. It's the best time of the year, so need to get my release on. Get an arrow on my bow. We're gonna have a good night. Doe just came running through. There's a chance she's getting chased around. Oh man. Like I said earlier, we're at that time of year, this cold front has got them moving and feeling good. I thought I had seen something just a little bit before that go across over here. I never got good eyes on it, but I saw something go over there pretty quickly. And not long after, this doe just came. Sprinting right by where I shot that buck last year. Hoping a buck's nearby following her or something, but got my heart racing there. There's the culprit. Unfortunately, he's not big enough. Pretty cool that be able to just watch a buck and not freak out about shooting it. He's eating on locust pods. Deer love them. Be pretty cool if he's got a bigger brother with him. Man. I could rip him right now. Just a year or two later, he might be big enough. Exciting. Not quite big enough though. It's good not to look into cell cams too much because all day I looked at this spot and there hasn't been a deer that showed up in daylight in the evening. They're usually here in the morning, but not evening. And so I really didn't want to come sit here, but it's a good spot. And when it's cold like this, it definitely changes their habits. So you saw that here tonight. Got about 30 minutes left. Had a little bit of excitement tonight. There's still a chance, though, that something else could happen. We're still probably a few weeks early before primetime rut here in Texas, but anytime there's days like this, it's a good day to be out here. When you get a daylight buck in bow range, it's pretty dang exciting, so can't complain one bit about tonight. This Illinois boy loves this cold weather. Makes me feel like I'm back home. It's real quiet, real still, got leaves falling. It's a pretty morning. Last night we were in the same tree. I left my sticks and platform, and we had a good night. I got back to my house and realized that second buck that came through, I got pretty decent footage of him. When I first saw him, he was just cruising through, and I lost eyesight with him, so I grabbed my grunt tube and gave him a few grunts, but what I didn't realize was that he had turned around, like he was about ready to come back over here. And I didn't know that. I let out a few grunts, and he ended up looking my direction right after I grunted. I went to grab my bow just to get ready. I thought he was a ways away, and if he was going to come in, he was going to come in charging. We're going to sit back, though, listen to the birds and squirrels play around, and wait on a big old shooter to come in. Guys, it's a freaking toad. Oh, that makes my heart hurt. He's still a chance he can come back. He's right there. He might do it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. He's going away. No. Oh, he's rubbing a tree right now. He's ticked. tells me he could circle and come right back over here. Crap. He circled. Oh my goodness, guys. That's a toad. He was at 5 yards. He saw me. I mean, he's at 5 yards, like. He's still around, though. He never spooked or anything. He definitely saw me. Didn't know what I was. So he was gonna walk right 10 yards, quartering away. But when he saw me, he didn't like it. So he turned and slowly walked off, which is good. He didn't run off or anything. Oh my goodness. Meh. Oh my goodness. What the heck, dude? It has been an insane morning, y'all. I've had deer around me all morning. I've been sitting here for 5 hours and it does not feel like it because it's been so much fun that time has flown by. That was probably the best sit I've ever had. I mean, does coming this way, does coming this way, that way, buck coming this way, that way, small buck coming this way, like, insane. Makes me sad that I have to leave, but I gotta get back and do some laundry. Tomorrow I'm going to go film Hunter Dickens, shoot a big buck, hopefully. He's gonna be rifle hunting, and we're gonna do some spot and stalking, so that should be a lot of fun. Had a decent night last night and carried over into this morning. A lot of fun. Maybe next time I can get my bow drawn back and shoot something next time. If you haven't already, go watch my first buck ever that I shot last year in that tree right there. It was a fun morning. All the guys are there, and Greg ended up shooting a buck that night too, so go watch that one as well. About that time to me some chili though.
It's November 3rd. It's fairly brisk. Upper 30s. But for us, it's pretty cold. But it's on a warming trend. There's been some decent bucks in here. Eric actually had a really good hunt here the other day and has killed a buck in here as well. Not this year, but last year. Killed his first buck. But I'm going to rattle a little bit. The woods are really quiet. The road's not so much, but in between vehicles here, I'm going to do a little kind of light rattling. See if some deer will come in and give us a top pin shot. If he's legal, you on him. Way back over here, my arrow's pointing at him. Go for it whenever you can. He's not legal. Stay still. On him right there. That's cool. It's a weird wind. Golly, dude, that was the... I mean, that was the shot and everything. He's still like 35 yards. He's heavy. I mean, just not legal. I don't think that buck's 13 inches wide. That hurts, dude. That hurts. Do you still see him out there? Dude, I am shaking bad right now. He walked right up 3 yards. I don't know, the lens might have been too zoomed in to even get good footage, but he was like very close. And I thought he was coming right at us, which we're on the end of this slough, and what we call our spot over here, well, I can't tell you what we call it, but we have a spot right over here. It's got an east and west trail, and I'm hunting on this particular wind right here, first time ever, because this is the only way to really make this work. And bucks are just cruising right off the end of this thing and heading back to the east there, or vice versa. And he just came right in. And when I saw him coming from like 40 yards, like, I thought I was fixing to shoot a deer for sure. I thought it was fixing to happen, and then he started coming right at us, and I still thought he was legal. And then he just got closer and closer, and when I saw him look straight forward, because he was heading straight at us, he was like, just not quite. There wasn't really any space between his ear tips and his main beam, so it's just not legal. I mean, I can nearly promise you that deer won't go 13 inches wide, but I would have loved to have shot him because he's heavy. He's a 3-year-old buck, I think. Just a nice, solid buck, like good all around genetics. He'll be a toad next year, but it hurts to not be able to shoot him this year. We're 7 foot up and he was at 3 yards. And I'm like shaking as bad as if I'd have shot him right now. Dude, I'm freaking out right now, dude. Look at me. My legs are shaking, dude. That was unreal, man.
Dude, it's amazing how they can come to the exact spot where they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's right on the money. I mean, that goes right by where our camera is. He might have even been on our camera. Oh my goodness, I'm so shaking uncontrollably right now. That was worth it. That was worth the hunt for sure, but I wanted to shoot him bad, dude. If we didn't have the rule, I would have smoked him and been so ecstatic, dude. I would have shot him probably right here. I probably would have shot him right there. It would have been a 3-yard shot. He came right when I first saw him. He was coming through a gap right there, which is this little area. There's a couple of trails, but they go right through this. It's a cut through on this transition line of thick stuff. And we were hunting deer doing that all morning. That's what we wanted, was a buck to come do that, because the wind's blowing that way. We wanted to rattle one up to here, and we did it. He still wasn't really, like, he didn't know what was going on. He just saw some weird stuff up here. He's like, whatever. Yeah, I smelled it too. I smelled it earlier when he got downwind. Oh, dude, I'm shaking bad, man. I thought we were fixing to hammer that dude.